still watching us. It's a very loaded Monday morning, and despite the challenges that we've had this morning, our guests, our topics are still in line. And we have in the studio joining us this morning the former commissioner for local government and chief secretary affairs in Ogun State, Honorable Afolabi Morufa is joining us this morning. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, we are looking at local government full autonomy, whether it's realistic or not. He was commissioner for this ministry, in Ogun State before he decided to resign to pursue another venture politically. But yes, he must also have loads of experience when it comes to whether local governments can actually have a full autonomy or not. And that's why we brought him here this morning. I was tempted to say Honorable Commissioner. So tell us, is it realistic? Local government autonomy. People are saying local government should be autonomous, and all that. Do you think it's realistic in terms of when you look at the experience you gathered when you were commissioner in that ministry?
Well, let me first appreciate you for bringing me on board. I sincerely want to talk as a Abeokuta, because if you want to look at autonomous local government, it entails a whole lot of things. And to me, when I come on board like this, I only see what people usually tend to be talking about autonomy, what they used to focus on is just financial autonomy. Because if you want to talk autonomy for local government, there is still need for us to change the entire constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria as regards local government. I can't. Let me bring some things out there. One, if you want to be autonomous as a local government, that means you must have 3 arms of government as a local government. You must have the executive arm, which is the chairman and probably the supervisors. You must have the legislative arm, which are the councillors. You must also have judicial arm of government.
For the local government? For
the local government. If you are seeing total autonomy, at state level, we have the executive, we have the judiciary, we have state high court, we have all those. That means if there's a bylaw in local government, who is going to interpret those laws? If you want total autonomy for local government, that's the way it used to be interpreted by either state high court or federal high court. So that is major. And I don't think that is realistic for now. That is one. Two, if I talk of autonomy of local government, local government should be able to do their recruitment on their own. Now we are having a situation whereby local government service commission will recruit for the local government.
Which is under the state government?
Which is under the state government.
State government.
So when I say total autonomy, I don't see it as being feasible for now.
So the much talked about aspect of the local government is the financial aspect.
To me.
And of course, with the financial status of the local government, do you think they can actually cater for the challenges of the local government?
Well, it is not impossible. I say that even with that financial autonomy, if the way it is changing the constitution, financial autonomy, I can say it without missing word, that we practice that in Ogun State up to today. Because financial autonomy means that what goes to each local government must go to each local government. But there's one caveat there in the constitution that says there must be JAC meeting. JAC means Joint Account Allocation Committee, just like I are doing FEC at the national level. And here we bring all local governments on board. This is the amount of money that we are receiving from Abuja, SYZ, for each of the local governments. If you want to say we want to have total autonomy, that means that money should go to the local government directly. But as it is now, we have some things that we call first line charges. And this, we introduced this, actually people introduced this because we're having problem. The problem is this. If you look at some local government now, say Ipokia for instance, a whole number of people don't want to leave the vicinity, the town. They want to be in Abeokuta, they want to be in Jebu, they want to be in Shagam, they want to be here. That means the number of staff that I go to that have in that local government will be lower than what we have in
Abeokuta.
If you look at the number of primary school we have in some local government, far ahead. And local government staff, we call them unified staff. They can serve in any local government. That means they all own those staff. So if I'm now, assuming I have 100 staff, 80 are working for me, 20 are working for another local government. As long as I've been paying for 80, to me, the burden will be too much. So this thing we are not saying that, if not, you find a story by and say, okay, I'm from Abeokuta local government. If you are not from local government, I don't want to employ you. I don't want to engage you. So you should go home. Because I want to reduce the amount of money I will pay. But because we don't want that, we know that people look for a job, they are here working, earning a living. Why must you take such away from them? But that's okay. See, they are unified staff, they serve everybody generally. Let's take the chunk of this money as first line charges. That means every local government will pay equal amount of money for those staff. That is one. We are talking of primary school teachers, ditto primary school teachers. Primary school teachers also vary in number from one local government. If I say I want to have total autonomy, I cannot. If I say I'm an Ogundiji now, I want to go and work in Lagos State. Because I can say they don't want Ogundiji to work in Lagos State. Will I say I don't want Ipukia local government people to go and work in Abeokuta South? Will I say you don't want somebody in Jebu to go and work in Waterside? This will still create a whole lot of problem. But if we are talking of financial, before around 1999, the money of local government without jack goes straight to local government. But then, so local government are now find difficult to pay. Abeokuta South, Abeokuta North, those urban local government, they have everybody. And because of this, that they are saying they do have what they term zero allocation. Zero allocation means that after deducting all these first time charges, they don't have any money left. And that's continue to create problems. That's why this jack actually do. And this jack is also in the constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, that there must be jack, where everybody will sit down to see that. What do we do? Other thing is about pensioners. When people want to retire, they want to come to a bank. I'm here. You know, my wife is working to local government. If she want to retire and she want to come and stay with me, the two of us are old. I want her to come and retire in my local government, which is Abeokuta. That means the body of paying her become that of Abeokuta local government. I'm now saying those 2-3 things: local government, staff salary, on primary school teachers, and pensioners should be taken as on first line charges. Okay,
another narrative that we keep hearing is that the local government are actually overstaffed. That's why you have to pay so much to actually take care of them. I don't know if that is correct. That what they actually need at the different local governments are actually not what they have right now. And if that is the case, what do we do moving forward?
Now, I want to differ a little bit. Listen is this. If some people do retire on daily basis, we must inject new blood.
Okay.
If you say that because they are this, they are that, you don't bring in new people, by the time those people are ready to leave the system, I will go train others. But the fact remains that we cannot lay off staff with the present economic situation of the country. People are still looking for jobs on daily basis. The only thing I told the chairman of the council then, make the best use of your staff. If I have to be chairman of local government, I may say, well, you are working for me. I don't want to know. I want to have a poultry. I want to have a farm. You cannot work in that farm. So be it. You may choose to go home. But we must offer them something. Don't just say because there are too many. Check if at state level, at federal level. So the job of one person can do this technology of 10 people, one person can you be able to handle? Without it, because of that, you must lay people off. At this present economy,
so redeploying the staff.
You can redeploy the staff and look at a way of making more money. Even this financial autonomy, because from my experience, I spent almost 2.5 years as commissioner for local government. There is no particular month that we have enough money that will be able to pay all the salary, both, I'm talking of gross now, to pay everything. There's no single month that I ever experienced it. But then you can say, okay, let's pay net, let's see some deduction, let's hold some deduction. That's the way we're managing. And at times, the money will not be even be enough to pay the net. You have to rush to the state government to bail us out. If you are saying autonomy, even the financial autonomy, that means such opportunity will not be there again.
Let's look at infrastructure. Infrastructure, roads, and other amenities. People say it's the state governments that are always doing this, and the local governments, you know, are not allowed to touch infrastructure. Is that true?
No, it's not that local government are not allowed to touch infrastructure, because of the paucity of funds of local governments. And I've said it at many fora before that we need to change the revenue formula of this country. It must be in favor of local government. There are no federal people. There are only local people and there are only state people. And you must become from one community, one local government before we belong to a state. And when we belong to a state, we come back, we go to the entire federation. And all politics is local. The needs of people will be best assessed at local level than at state or federal level. But look at the amount of money that's going to the local government now. It's not that local government has opportunity. You can tar road, you can do a whole lot of things. But where is the fund? It is not there. I can say it. They are just struggling.
So what you're saying in essence is that the revenue base of the local government is what we need to work on.
We need to work of many. If you are talking of not even to take autonomy, I've said that is unrealistic. It's unrealistic. It's very, very, very difficult. But if you are talking about financial autonomy now, you are saying financial autonomy, you are saying, okay, how much will it be enough for local government for their own survival? They also need to look in road, but the what come from the federation account should be higher than what you are getting now if you want survival.
Okay.
But when people are saying this autonomy, I told people, I'm not against autonomy, but I foresee a crisis in the future because I'm part of that system. I understand.
But what if those points you have raised are, honestly reformed? If there is reform in the recruitment, payment of teacher salaries, pensions, and all of that, you don't think local government
it will be better. That's why I said that. Say you want to have autonomy for local government, you still need to change a whole lot of things.
Okay.
For instance, if somebody was arguing, making a plea to the governor in a recent time, we met with the Nogate, that said that the circular that said that local government should only partake in the payment of primary school teachers. That is not supposed to be the role of Ministry of Local Government. If that is true and is implemented, it takes some burden away from the local government. Yeah. But if that is true, we may not even be clamoring for, okay, let's have increase in revenue. Okay. Once the revenue and expenditure, once the expenditure reduced, if I thought the revenue is the same, you will still be better off. If the expenditure is the same, they need to increase the revenue. Either way, something we will have to do something. And another area is the issue of not the local administration is not calendar. It's also a very big problem because they are saying that okay, the way you get people elected to local government is through the state electoral commission. If you want to give the autonomy, that cannot stay as well.
That's another measure.
That cannot stay as well. That cannot stay as well. Well, there are a whole lot of issues that when this is so difficult.
Every time you have an interview with Honorable Moruf Abak, where you take something away, he mentioned the local. There is what we have is local politics, not national, and that's a clear indication that he's a grassroots politician. Really. But tell us your experience, because we know that there's a new phase that's actually coming into your life very, very soon. Tell us your experience. So closing gradually, your experience in that local government as regards this this issue, the burden of local governments being autonomous, in just 2 minutes.
Well, I think I've mentioned virtually everything. That the burden, the response of local government is so huge that we just need to come to the rescue of local government. Whether you want, whether the only thing we can give them to make them to survive is financial autonomy. We can give them financial autonomy, they'll be able to do a whole lot of things. Giving financial autonomy, we need to look at the revenue and look at the expenditure of local. How do we reduce the expenditure? How do you make some things go back to, because primary school education is being funded by the local government, and yet it's SUPEP, UBEC, they are still in charge.
And those ones belong to the state.
To the state.
And the federal. So we cannot be blowing hot and cold.
Exactly.
Cannot. So there is a lot of issues. So to me, local government will need to help the local government by reviewing the revenue formula or the expenditure, the body of expenditure. Anything primary,
I think that
belong to the local government.
The discussion,
primary education, primary health, anything primary, just like saying primary school before you go to, and it's a major. Without primary education, you cannot go to secondary school. No tertiary education. So we need to come to the aid of local government by assisting in terms of revenue sharing, or look at the expenditure to reduce it. That will give them some leeway in doing and performing better.
Anyway, it's really been a very, very impressive time we've had with former Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in Ogun State, Honorable Moruf Abak. Despite the short time that we've dedicated to this, I think we've learned a lot in terms of the rudiments of reforms. If you are really talking about local government getting autonomous, recruitment of staff, payment of teachers, payment of pensioners, and infrastructure. That's also key. We must thank you so much for coming, and wish you the best of luck going ahead. That's the program. Sylvia, we have to go and come back next Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's the program. We'll thank you so much for watching us, and we'll come back next Monday with a new edition of the program, New Dawn on the People's Daily. Thank you so much for watching.